let's look at the last five-star recruit we have on the list right now, and that's Fred Davis. We talked about him a couple of weeks ago. 6'2", 182, cornerback out of Jacksonville, Florida. Another guy that was kind of early commitment to Clemson, and he always seemed like that was the only team he really considered. Number 3 cornerback in the nation, another tall outside player, can cover really anybody. He looked like he could really cover, when the film that I watched, he could cover linebackers, no problem. He could cover fast outside guys, number 1, number 2 guys, slot guys too. The only problem that I had with him really, and they mentioned this in some of the articles that I read, was that even though he can cover a lot of field, he gets beat sometimes deep, but he can make up for it with his really long arms. But the reason why he gets beat is if you look at his backpedaling footwork, it looks kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a spider, or like it's like, how they say like walk like a crab, crab walk in gym. His legs just were, maybe it's just because he's so tall and skinny, his legs just look real awkward. I feel like Brent Venables will be able to correct that very quickly.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And Venables loves the long cornerbacks, and I think especially with the way the games move to a passing game for the most part, you need long cornerbacks because you need them to be able to challenge those big 6'4" wide receivers, the big Joseph Ngatas and the Justin Rosses of the world. They need to be able to compete with those guys, and the 5'9" cornerbacks just can't do it. You don't want them just to be able to jump ball you to death. If you're in good coverage, it's not going to matter if you're too short. If you're too short to get to the ball, if they know how to high point it like they're supposed to. So I'm always in favor of a tall cornerback. I think he's a pretty smooth, fluid athlete. I like the way he gets in and out of his breaks. He's going to have to put on weight. Obviously, you want him to be able to help in run support as well. But he's going to have to put on some weight to be able to compete with those big receivers too. But I love Fred Davis. I'm glad he's a part of the team now, and I just look forward to him competing for some playing time.
Yeah, I'm excited for it, and I want to say something for the defensive homers out there that love Brent Venables, and we have love for Brent Venables too. So it can't just be that the quarterback. I know a lot of people would say the change on defense was when they got some cornerbacks who were over 5'9". For many years, I remember the years of Clemson where it was like we could not get a cornerback that was actually 6 foot tall, and so they never could stop the jump ball. And those were the years where it was like they just did it all over us the whole season. And so that's not happening at all anymore with Clemson. They get the big, tall cornerbacks that are NFL ready by the time they're juniors, and it's exciting to see what Brent Venables has done for the cornerback position as well. Probably just as I don't know if I would say just as important as the change to getting a superstar quarterback, but they did Clemson has gotten superstar cornerbacks at about the same time, with Mackenzie Alexander, now A.J. Terrell, and then continuing that trend now further.
Oh yeah.